Hey everybody, back again. Got SpiderWoman for you today, as promised. And sorry, this one's a little early than my normal time slot. I'm doing this one because of the fact that the weather is supposed to be getting really nasty today, and it got a little funky on us outside this morning. It got really humid, so I can definitely see the cloud cover rolling in and all that, and I think we're going to get some of what they're talking about on the news. I'm going to be knocking this one out pretty quick, and also I'm going to answer a quick question. I've been getting a lot of requests to see what all these pages are that I keep talking about, so you guys want to see. This is from Firestorm Comics. It's the origin story of the comic strip, and it's going to be the comic-based universe. So that's where Catman, Evolution, and Lone Rider, and all the characters that I am working on came from. Yeah, it's weird to have a 6-page origin story, but they said I couldn't do it, critics, and I did it anyway. So, but anyway, we're getting right into this, so you guys can see before the weather gets weird and we lose connection. I'm just going to start right in on this. For you that don't know, SpiderWoman was created in the 70s for Marvel Comics, and one of the ironic things about this character is she was way more underrated in comparison to Spider-Man, and in my opinion, a far better character. Way more diverse and interesting in her characteristics and her persona. So I always just found it very cool that she even existed when I was a kid. I always wanted to hear more about her than Spider-Man, because Peter Parker was just a typical guy, which I understand that, but Spider-Woman was always a mystery. And I know they've come out with variations and whatnot and all that, but this original one is still till this day one of the most mysterious characters in Marvel. And she's been pretty commonplace in the Spider-Man franchise here lately, but still one of the most mysterious personalities in comics. I just dig that about this character. I'll be able to draw this one pretty quick because I've drawn this character probably 1,000 times, if not more. I know that may not sound like much to an artist that draws a couple of thousand drawings a day in most cases. At least if you're doing your sketch practices, you are. Yeah, I've done practice shot after practice shot with this one. I really have a soft spot for this character because like I said, she was one of the childhood addictions that got me into comics. Especially the old pulp magazines. They used to come out in these 8.5 by 11 huge, massive comics, and I just used to love those in the original Punisher runs. The old black and white pulp comics they used to do back in the day. Yeah, they used to just crack me up to no end with what they used to get away with in those in comparison to conventional comics. Because the Punisher would actually kill people in there and not just shoot them up, but I mean get like adult drama type gore with it. It was interesting. Hey, thanks, Phil, man. I appreciate it. Sorry about the slow reply. I don't have my headset on and I've got everything turned down here to keep the noise down, the background down. I have my drying fan off today, so you won't hear that motor hum. I have a big fan, cyclone fan that I use for my drying table to help circulate the air around my pages when I lay them out so that I don't have such a hard drying time. connected that right off the end of that finger. That's a no-no. If you're an artist, don't do that. See right there where I connected that line off the finger? Don't do that. It'll flatten out an image in a heartbeat. I'm going to drop that fingertip just a little bit. There. Yeah, these are called graph gears. They're by Pentel. I pay about, oh, like I said before, and other things. You can find them anywhere from $10 if you go online and order them, up to $18 if you get the solid metal ones, like this one is. If you get the stainless steel ones, they're a little more expensive. They have a plastic version that's actually a little cheaper. I don't know which ones you use, but I like the solid metal ones. I mean, if you take this apart, this sucker is completely metal except for the rubber washers and balancing and the balancing guard in it that happens to be plastic. But other than that, though, yeah, they're awesome. I really dig these. I've got some pencils that are way more expensive than this, and I have yet to find a more comfortable pencil than this one. So I have them in, this is a .5, and I have them in all gradations and scales. I have them in, I've even got a .2 is the smallest I've gotten. So they come in all shapes and sizes. If you can find them, check out your local hobby stores and check them out. I mean, I'm not endorsing them or anything. It's just, this is my favorite style of pencil, definitely. They have a great counterweight to them. And for anybody that doesn't happen to follow that part of the conversation, Phil just mentioned in the comments that he uses these. I love these pencils. And I actually go to a teacher art supply store locally here in the city. Um, and I'm willing to pay more for them because of the fact that I guarantee that they're the ones that I want, which are the metal ones, not the plastic ones. You can't always guarantee that that's what you're going to get if you order it. Um, you have to be able to get hands-on with it and make sure. And as great as Pentel is, unfortunately, their product supply takes forever when you order from their website. So I order locally and just pick up my shipment. And I bought I don't know, 2 sets of these, and I've had them for a good 2-3 years. Without overworking her too much, I think that's about it. So, but yeah, with the way you guys have been asking lately, like I said, I popped on that page there just to show a little bit about what I'm doing. Pop in a little shadow line right there for me as a marker for when I color it. Yeah, like I said, I'll show this again because people have been asking me. One of my artists, Jorge, he's on another project now, but like I said, this is what I'm doing today. I'm finishing up this last panel here of inking this bad boy up so we can get the origin storyline on the website for you guys and pop that out there for Firestorm and get that moving. But anyway, to stay on point with this one, go ahead and outline this a little bit. Because I think I'm going to be blacking this one off. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you hanging out with me because of the weather situation. We don't know exactly what we're going to get this afternoon. They're saying it's going to be really nasty. And if it holds up, being Oklahoma weather, we're right in Tornado Alley. So we don't want to lose our connection. So that's the reason I did this early. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the regular time as long as the weather holds up and everything proceeds accordingly. So thanks again. Later.